10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What up, what up, what up, what up? It's your man checking the whole nine. When we back, baby, live on the block with some more juicy, crazy talk. Man, I know everybody on the streets talking about this case right here, man. I think this one right here topped OJ. It topped OJ. It topped, Casey Anthony. It topped everybody. It's even blasting out, almost now blasting out Shador Sanders to the Browns, 5th rounder. I mean, this right here is crazy. It's crazy work right here. So I'm your man, checking the whole nine. We on the block, baby. We're gonna go ahead and get it smack and get it cracking on the block. So don't forget, we haven't got a schedule yet. We haven't got a schedule where we can go live every single week. We still in the testing stage, getting things, tweaked up. But we live right now, baby, for you. One time for your mind. I'm gonna take these headphones off real quick, cause we ain't DJing today. Yes, sir. I'm your man, checking the whole nine, and we definitely on the block with some hot news right now. I mean, give me your opinion of what you think. What's gonna happen with Diddy? Do you think he's gonna get convicted and get sent up, or you think he's going to go ahead and walk? I mean, it's up in the air. I mean, this case is going to go back and forth. You're going to see some points and some progress for the defense. You're going to see some for the prosecutor. It's going to go back and forth. But I was very shocked about Cassie's. This is my opinion. I was very shocked with Cassie's. Her performance on stage, on trial, as a witness for the prosecutor, for the feds, because she wasn't quite knocking it out the box. She was more or less telling the truth about what's really going on, what was going on between her and Puffy. It seemed like, well, to me, my opinion now. This is my opinion now. Now, I know you guys got your own opinions. This is my opinion. I watched so much news, so many crime stories and A&E and all that. I'm just a buff when it comes to that. But my opinion, she come across as truthful. She does come across as truthful, and to me, it seems like she still has something for the crazy man, the diddler. It seems like to me she still has something for him, but even though she's married, but she didn't come across as I'm gonna just bury him. She came across, as a matter of fact, I'm just gonna tell the story because the feds put me up here. I got my cash, I got my bag. So since that was in the news, they just grabbed me up, and I just said I really didn't want to do it, but they convinced me. So that's how I felt like she come across. Like if they kind of like forced her and begged her and to do this right here. This is because she didn't come across as, yeah, he did. I didn't hear no force or anything. I just heard a bunch of truth telling. I mean, crazy talk. This is crazy talk, man. I mean, drop a comment in the box if you think that was some crazy stuff you done heard. Just put crazy in the box, man. Just type in crazy in the box. Because I understand, man, I mean, just some freaky things that you do in the bedroom, but man, I mean, just to be her husband, he got to be a piece of work too. For somebody that knows what she was doing when they was dating, or when they was, I understand that was her trainer, personal trainer, and she was telling him everything what was going on, but he knew she was going back to have these freak offs with. Puffy, Sean, Diddy, Combs. You know what I'm saying? So what kind of brother, what kind of, I don't want to say brother, what kind of dude is this? You know what I'm saying? So just to, all right, I'm gonna walk you through this. I'm gonna get you up out of this. I'm gonna coach you along the way. But then you know what she's doing. I don't know if she's telling you everything, but if she was telling you everything, why would you want to wife a person up like that? Unless you ain't out for the money yourself. Ding! My opinion, he seen a lawsuit and he seen the bigger picture down the line that once she leaves and he was informed that she was writing a book and he was sending, you know, Diddy script, chapters of the book. He ain't think she was gonna do it, but just imagine if you didn't fall in love with this woman, if you ain't, come on now, that's like you going down in Vegas or somewhere in L.A. or wherever there's a host stroll, and you know what they do down there, and you gonna go ahead and pick one of those women out, and you gonna want to take her home and wife her up, and knowing she was with so many Johns and so many Karens and so many, and you gonna wife her up. So that means your mind ain't really right. Your mind ain't right. You don't know if she got any disease or you don't know. But anyway, if you was a hustler, if you was a conniver, if you was a scammer, you will see the bigger picture. You see where I'm going with this? He's like, wait a minute, she with P. Diddy, and she's doing all this. It's a freak off type shit. She's doing all this. So look. He's like, man, if she would happen to blackmail him, if she would happen to have the guts to put a lawsuit together, she gonna get paid. She gonna get paid. And I can play the part like I'm here for her, to soothe her, to comfort her, to have her back. But I got some hidden agenda. That's the guy I think. But come on now. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 1,000. I mean, you don't wipe somebody up like that. You don't wifey up a person like that. I don't care if that was J-Lo. If I knew J-Lo, somebody was pissing in her mouth and somebody was crapping on her or somebody was beating her up and niggas running up in there and running out of her and niggas doing double dutches and stuff. Come on now. You ain't gonna say because she looks good, she looks beautiful, you gonna wife this up. You gonna be like, I can't stomach this. I can't even stomach this right here. There's some truth to it. But you gotta say this person it's not going just one way. For being together for 11 years, and you've seen videos of them being on vacation and stuff like that and whatever. It didn't seem like there was too much trauma there. If there was, which I think there is, to be out in public and not even show it like that, you a bad person, boy. You good. You can cover that. You could be an actress. To cover that up, man. So let's get back to the case. Let me go ahead. In fact, hold on. Give me 1 minute. Let me go ahead and pop my monitor up here. But this case right here, man, it's rough, man. That's all I can tell you, man. I can't even. Wow. It just throws me way off, man. It just throws me way off, man. 1 minute. Man, I'm telling you, this is crazy. Wow, this is crazy. Hold on. This is crazy. Crazy work right here. it's just. We we don't want that. I'm sorry, God. I'm trying to put something on for you guys to see. That ain't that's not what I'm trying to get to. I'm trying to get to. There we go. All right. All right. Here we go. All right. I'm back. I'm back. But what I gathered, through the media and through TMZ, NBC, CNN, I'm going through major networks, and and there's a little bit of bloggers. You know what I'm saying? I don't mess around with too many bloggers, but I try to get the transcript readings. So I don't want to hear no extra stuff on top of that. I want to hear, what they're getting from the transcripts. So, and I want to go through credible sources, getting them, so I can come back on my network, my station, and give you to it the way we're gonna deliver it to you on the block, baby. You know what I'm saying? On the block, baby. But listen, what she done put out there is damning to P. Diddy. It's damning. And I don't know what's coming up next, but I got some friends, that's been through court hearings and been convicted, and some been on trial and beat the trial, and some took plea bargains. So I got a little bit of knowledge under my belt, what could happen, what could be expected to. But like I said, you got to wait and see to hear more before you can make a judgment, because it's just like a boxing match. When the first round goes around, you really don't see anything. Second round, they filling people out. That's how the prosecutor is with the defense. They're filling, see what you got. Plus, they already know who got what. They already know who got what evidence and how they're gonna fight it. But the defense had those text messages that they did not disclose to the prosecutor. So that was a surprise, because they know that was coming. So you have a little bit of that coming through, in a court hearing like this. But they had to hold that in so they could have some kind of leverage to fight this case, because this case is crazy, and it is designed to beat his reputation up, because they're starting from the bottom and they're gonna climb to the middle and try to climax the thing to the top. So it may not seem racketeering yet. It just seemed like a bunch of domestic violence in a long-term relationship, and a lot of sex and kinky sex and mayhem and closet secrets is coming out, and we didn't get into everybody else that's involved, because I'm very surprised that she didn't add no other names but herself and P. Diddy. I am so surprised that she didn't add nobody's name. It was just him and her. Wow, that right there, I think everybody is kind of taken back for a little bit, because how she was describing it, and she didn't bring nobody in besides her and him, and it seemed like she was very truthful, and her husband, just to sit there and, wow, man, I mean, golly, you got to go ahead and play this thing in front of the cameras. He at home, man, and her mom was there, man, and then Diddy's kids, his girls was there. I mean, these people were just probably taken back like everybody else. Like, you gonna let people just pee in your mouth? You know what I'm saying? Drop raindrops in your mouth. And then this dude right here asking her, after the man escort put some man milk on her, and he asked her to rub it on his chest, and that is beyond freaky. That is beyond to the moon type freakiness shit. That shit is to the moon. I mean, wow. They probably wouldn't even want him in a goddamn porn tape. They're gonna be like, "You doing too much for us. This is beyond what we was trying to do in a porn goddamn flick." But God dang, P Diddy, man, I mean, if he comes out of this, and retain his reputation, he's a bad boy. So he got money. You know what I'm saying? This would be a freaky crowd being around him, but I see more fireworks coming down the line with this right here. But I just can't believe that she was forced. I believe she was in it with him. She's a freak, like he's a freak, and he was turned on from her because she was a freak, and he's a freak. So he met his match, and she met, her match. So they went together, but he was a very jealous person with violence involved. She was very jealous, but we haven't heard anything yet about her being violent, but we heard a little bit about the news media saying some things, but we don't know about it. So my thing is, when you get deeper into the court case, I guess they will display more and more evidence, more and more, deep dark secrets on the inside. I don't know, but like I said, I get my resources from TMZ, and other outlets, NBC, CNN. I like for them to read the actual transcripts. I don't want to go to all the bloggers because they put, extra stuff on top of what they getting from the media, and then so they can get ratings, so they can get more views, more clicks, or whatever it is. But then you gotta separate the lies from the truth. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm doing right here on Live on the Block with your boy Chuck and the Whole Nine. I'm not trying to give you just stuff that I don't believe. I'm getting it straight from the lawyers that's coming out talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Or credible, news reporters that's there in the courtroom getting it raw right there. So that's where I'm at with it right there. So just like everybody else, I'm taken back. I can't wrap my head around it. I just can't. So I'm just gonna stay tuned and keep my ear to the streets like I always do. Come back with your boy. Stay tuned for more, videos from me. I'm gonna try to give them to you as fast as I can give them to you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to make 30 minutes, segments, and just hit you with different things. As I hear it, I'm going to deliver it. But like I said, I think he might walk if it's a bunch of relationship type of things. So they really got to pull the trigger on this RICO charge. I mean, because he got some really good lawyers like R. Kelly did not have. So the R. Kelly case, he was bamboozled. But I don't think P. Diddy is going to be bamboozled. I think he got lawyers that's going to do a certain segment. They're going to do certain people, and then they're going to switch off. And then he's prepared because he could have took the actual 15 years to life. So obviously they think he can beat it. So if he that was the plea bargain, 15 years. So he's getting the same amount of time either way. So and then I don't think all the charges are going to stick. I don't think if something's going to stick, it's not going to be the main charges. So if you end up seeing the prosecutor coming along, probably within week 3, if they offer him a plea bargain, if you hear any of that in the news media, that means they feel they're not going to win this case, and they're trying to offer a plea. If you hear that, that's what you're going to expect. And if that plea is a sweet plea, he might take it. But if it's still rough around the edges, he ain't going to take it. But that might embolden them to go more, go harder. Just like the Thug case. He took a plea because he was scared and worried about getting all that time. But all his co-defendants, they all got off. They all got off. And they was up against the feds with a RICO. So the feds they're 98% conviction rate because of most of their cases is pleas. They're plea bargains. So they're not 98% conviction rate going to trial. No, most of their cases is pleas. So then they can that could be and mainly that number so high because all of them are not high profile cases. They're mainly just street level. They might be a little mid level, but then and they just give you they threaten you so much with so much time. Football numbers, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, and then they scare you with that. Say if you lose, we giving you life. You lose, we're gonna give you everybody them 40. You lose, we're gonna give you 50. So they think about it. So they're playing a mind game with these people. Then they say, I'll take a plea of 15 years, 20 years. And then they won. So then that ups their rate of their conviction rate. So who wants to try to take it to the box if they ain't for sure going to win? So if they for sure they're going to win and they got the money and the resources, they're going to take it on. But you first got to get the discovery package from the prosecutor to see what you're being charged with and all that, and see if you can debunk whoever they got as witnesses. But if they don't, and they got tapes, they got video, take a plea. That's all I'm saying. So on this case right here, it's interesting. But I just see a lot of violence, and he is a monster. P. Diddy is a monster. He is a monster. He does have a drug problem. He does have a sex problem. He has all these problems. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, putting his hands on the female, I don't even, that ain't even cool. That's not cool. Straight up. I mean, he's already playing mind games with the money, you know what I'm saying, the fame and the glory. But you don't need to put no hands on nobody, man, because you got enough control. You can just say, hey, I don't need you no more. I'm getting somebody else. That's all you need to do. If they want to stick with you and stick around with you, they're going to want to do whatever you want them to do without you hitting on them. There's a lot of people out here will stay without violence. So hey, he might end up getting charged later on if he walks on this and be a state charge. But she got her paper. She got her paper. And I'm hearing she got an extra $10 million. She sued the hotel. She sued them for $10 million. She got the $30 million, which from P. Diddy, and she got the $10 million from the hotel. So she's sitting on a good 40. Her husband don't give a damn. He don't give a damn. She got a dirty mouth, but she got a filthy rich pockets. So my thing is this: it's to each your own. But this your boy Chuck in the Whole Nine. Stay tuned. I'm a get back on here. I'm gonna watch some more trial and see what comes up and see what's popping. And when I find out, your boy will be back. But other than that, it's your boy Chuck in the Whole Nine. Stay tuned for some more juicy street news. We out, baby.